Okay, everything been my question so essence of the POG Media so. Yɛbɛma obi bia nso official pa nso abusua yɛne mu ana ayɛ adwuma no fiti afei na hyɛse nti yɛma obi bia ɛyɛ official pa abusua yɛmbɔ nwura yɛn nsɛm mu no ɛyɛ J-Mensa na ne ho aba asɛm J-Mensa ne MPP foɔ kyɛ sɛ ɔmo adwene ɔmo afa ne sɛ saa 2/3 of ɛyɛ NDC parliament ne deɛ ɔno J-Mensa no ɔbɛ tena ase na kyɛ sɛ wɔagyegye NPP seat na ɔmo ne yɛ no NDC seat na ɔmo ne yɛ no ɛde aka NPP ho nti no ɛnrada ɔyɛ press conference na ne press conference no kyɛ sɛ ne nsɛm a ɔkeka nyinaa kyerɛ sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ yɛsan so yɛ collation na collation no NDC foɔ no nso kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo nte aseɛ ne ɛnte aseɛ kyina na ɛyɛ deɛ nti a J-Mensa wasi n'adwene pi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ saa ne yɛ sɛ saa 2/3 of parliament na NDC anya no ɔmo betumi ɛde n'aba parliament na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo akwɛhyɛn ne criminalities a kyerɛ sɛ abusua elections na ɛkɔɔs no kyerɛ sɛ ne criminalities ne bɔne bi a ɔyɛɛyɛ ɛno ti na ɔmpɛ sɛ saa de no bɛba so na sɛ 2/3 no etumi NDC nsanya ɛka 2/3 na ɔmo betumi ayɛ de apetition ɛma ɛkyɛ sɛ n'adwuma abɔ n'anaasɛ yɛagyeli no abusua nsɛm a ɛkɔ so no Kevin Taylor aba abɔnten ɛde ho nsɛm bebree exposés upon exposés against J-Mensa and NPP of elections na ɛkɔ so abusua mo yɛnkɔ na yɛnkɔ tie nsɛm a ɛkɔ so Kevin Taylor aba drop hot details no madam Ase.
I'm going. Now let's take care of the editorial of the day. Electoral Commission. J-Mensa is a threat to Ghana's democracy. Now, the reason why J-Mensa is dangerous, and if you're a young man in Ghana, right now the information we are getting in say the NPP, leadership promises Samia Uku say obeye the minority leader. Now, they have given him a task. Said the 9 constituencies, one cannot damwa. Because before the elections, Samia Uku normally a diabolic things he shared in Sim. Say a tuobo galamse form about Akroma kuni paria that on in charge. Now there's a rift between Nanabi and Samia Uku. Now Canada more they have an issue with Samia Uku because on the day of the elections, numbers are not open Ashanti region into Mensi. A 2% comedy bar bontino. The NDC security was able to stop them. Now Addo Electoral Commission be a press conference and then say they are planning on using force to claim the 9 seats na akano from the 9 constituencies of Mokano. And right now, what they want to do, then say they have given Samia Uku a task, and the task is simple. Ninyana say, I want to Samia Uku and gather a year stacks on the lines. Kanodamwa and Samia Uku will be in charge of a year constituencies are your record ya. And the EC say we nullify unrecognized it. Now what they are thinking of doing is some the force edges our constituencies in ya into a greater Accra for a year seats or so. Per se the tags edgy. Over Ashanti Regional 3 per se the tags edgy. So when steady seats now academia a MPP seats. And they know they have lost all the seats, especially in Sawoma Dwejiri. Another press seat, it is gone. They know they lost it. Now, what they want to do, they say, J-Mensa himself say NDC holding on to the 2/3 of parliament. Only J-Mensa will be jail. So J-Mensa and the boss, they are preventing NDC from having a 2/3 of parliament. That is her priority right now. And it's and I would say J-Mensa. They don't want the rest of the seats when NDC win, They don't want to hand it over to the NDC because the strategy is say NDC nya 2/3 now. The NDC cannot take some decisions because NDC will 2/3 ometuma freje mensa about parliament. And remember, parliament has the same powers as the high court. So what they can do is they say they can question J-Mensa, and if they find J-Mensa answers not credible, now Omangasa committee in parliament they sit on it and see say there are some there are loopholes in her statement. They can come out with a conclusion say J-Mensa has committed a crime, and that they can write and send to the president for the president to do what? To sign it for it to take effect. J. Mensah himself, that is very possible. So what she's trying to do is say, she is trying to prevent the NDC from getting 2/3 of parliament. And that is the agenda now. And MPP for now promising to say, Omo be used to state security to take this seat into recollation. No? The recollation they want to do, no, it is going to be bloody. See, the recollation they want to do in parliament, no, it is going to be bloody. Because it is a recollation. Omo pese omo ye na omo de den. Omo be agwa we pa enkranfo no obi a me yesu enkranfo do ebimu yankwasafo me enkranfo we omo yefun papa. Just say omo ntie show no kwasasem bi omo church bra ma ade a me hear information dey den enkranfo no busa me question bi. Now the issue is obi a me show nkranfo no busa me chain bo muni sika no beto chain ena me kuta me boga me go chain e she me $11,000 ena me se muni sika no beto bi nkranfo mo fu plane na 38D seat na moto me nkranfo mo krom ha omo fu plane ko Ghana 38D 39B omo te toilet no ho saa ro da ko dun kran omo dun kran kwasa keka saa me ye show busa me se me chain bo e $11,000. Now so what J. Mensah is trying to do in say she's trying to prevent NDC from getting the 2/3 fully and getting even more. Into the strategy is now say wabase 9 constituencies no results no recollation no on tiasie because ne officers ni bi wo ha ye tata omo ye tietia omo so ye bu omo o se bi wo kra ne de sekan gina omo so. Now let me show you something. Say unya abotre na u study how things has or have folded to this point. You can see clearly say the Electoral Commission no any J. Mensah no they want chaos. Yeah, we NDC ni we garden ni awoto aba ewo constituency sa constituencies we mu. Where is it? O young man be our any of these constituencies any day be a mobe hu say easy I na adwin say omo ba be recollation. That collation center also munya more than 3,000 people. You should not allow the EC and the police to override any of you guys. You people are supposed to be very watchful. Our some money down monitor EC no regional offices and the district offices. You should not allow any recollation to happen. There shouldn't be any recollation in Ghana. In fact, it should never happen. Because nowhere in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana say returning officer declare results. Yasaba say about recollation declare results. It is never anywhere in the CR 1227 in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. There is no law that permits that. Into any time obi be na adwin say obey recollation illegality, and we have the right to ban them. We have the right to attack them because from what we know, all the returning officers are call election is stands per the EC's own act and its own constitution. So nobody in Ghana now should go anywhere else and say they are going to do recollation. It's illegal. Say electoral commissioner be any office. No, because recollation or committing a crime against the Republic of Ghana, and that electoral commissioner does not have to go home. Any police officer who will be at that place saying, "Sir, I came to protect," that police officer is an illegal police officer. He's working against the constitution of this republic, and he doesn't have to go home. We need to attack anybody who tries to do recollation in Ghana again, because wherever the elections were called by the returning officer, that is the end of it. We are not supposed to do any recollation. Into more the NDC candidate won, and you people are not supposed to allow any recollation. So is or anywhere to put any box down with any, you need to attack them because they are not supposed to. The moment they do that, there will be chaos in Ghana. The moment you allow the EC to do any recollation in any part of this country, there will be chaos in this country, in Tokwabe Sea. To prevent war, we are not supposed to do any recollation. We will have to protect our democracy. Last time I catch them, I said the Akuffo administration, they are not ready to leave. They want to destroy this nation. Inti young percent to kwabesi wa Ghana no. We the citizens who went to vote at Domiko Abenya, electoral officer no declare winner. We stick to that because the constitution of the EC, the Emrana ebo election ho no, it states it clearly. Say and a returning officer declare a parliamentary candidate. The question I want to ask is say, Adentina EC the list we buy one for Damango count. Why didn't Jemensa add Damango? Why? Because the same thing that happened at Obuasi East. They all see a C what Domiko Abenya. They all see a C what Okankwe Central. They see a C what Tema Central. Nyama all see a C what Hafuano South. No? And yet the same thing is see what Damango. Adentina Damango one fan count. Damango, you were here when somebody went into a room to go and declare the election result without the candidate. And we're not even knowing who that person is. And so ECJ Mensa did not add Damango. Adentina for Damango account because Damango in the seat. No. No youth in Ghana should allow any recollation in Ghana. Any recollation the Electoral Commission starts is illegal and will burn it down. Any police officer who follows any recollation agent or follows any ballot box in any building that okwakwe recollation, we will come and attack you. We don't want this country. We don't want chaos. Because the moment there's recollation, all the seats in NDC winning, it will overturn and that will bring chaos. And we don't want that chaos. Ghanaians don't want chaos. The NDC as a political party, they are law abiding. That is why they are in court. And the CI 127 states it clearly. In 2020, near to Akroma, and I call Techiman South. Let me show you something. Before we go to Techiman South, my mention currently, Atra EC Ocha. No, let me go to Techiman South. I'm there. In 2020, Techiman South, a whole electoral officer declare elections. Your botuo. Gidi see the NDC for Busa electoral officer now declare elections. Say papers now they declare elections now. When the sign here, where are the documents? That returning officer now ama answer. That was the same day. MPP for the soldier for not soldier for Gina. Returning officer so man the pressure say on declare NPP Nino. Techiman South 2020. This is what happened. Let me show you this. 2020 in Techiman South. This is what happened.
Everybody must leave the hall. Everybody must leave the hall. Oh yeah, leave the hall. Oh yeah,
This is 2020. Techiman South. Well, baby, I declare results. He's a returning officer. Or declare results and SAR results in the ECG2. Now police botu. Even after declaring that result, NDC for returning officer and said documents in the wing.
With a number. Can you finish? I just want to make a statement. I've sent everything to region, so you'll get it. To what? To the region. No, you are the region. And I don't have copy here.
You see, you don't have a copy. By law, you were sworn in by the magistrate.
I will pay you.
You see, you are a returning officer. That's why we come to you. It is an office work. We just want what you have declared.
You don't have a copy.
If we have a copy, or we can cite it, have a look at what you have to have.
Why should we go to region when you are the returning?
I don't have copy here.
Elections here. You say which go to region?
You take the results.
You see, even if the regional officer gives us the results, we cannot rely on that. It is that which you have given.
You know,
but the law says that you are the one to declare the results.
You know, my brother, there is one thing, as individual citizens of this country, we all have a responsibility to ensure that the country is peaceful. And that is the primary responsibility that we have in anything that we do. And for instance, that is why I am here. I would urge you to contribute to that peace. Because you see, if there is any indication that you have done something that helps the other party to steal the election, it raises tension and it gives a lot of us problems. So whatever you will do to contribute to that, I will urge you to do it. So that if, for instance, they are asking for the summary sheet, be frank and open and say, this is the summary sheet that I prepared. Answer the things such that everybody will be convinced, and then the tension can come down, and then we'll all have peace. Too much tension is not good for the country at all.
I don't have any tension at all. Yes. We computer everything. We input everything. They were there. It wasn't that they were there.
Cannot tell me that you have submitted the region and you don't have the copy.
For those who are moving to
Mr. Returning Officer,
figures and put them while they were there, they saw everything. And they didn't do any
Mr. Returning Officer, by CI 127, Regulation 43, it says that it is only you've been appointed as a returning officer for the Techima South constituency. From the facts we have come to you, you have told us that you have declared the results. On the basis of the law, we are asking that what has been declared, if we can be given a copy of the statement of proof known as the pink sheet, showing the results for Techima South. That is our request to you.
I'm saying I'm giving it to the region. So when you go there, they'll give you a copy.
Our copy is with the regional electoral officer. So we should go to the regional director of electoral commission for a copy of the Techima South. Is that what you are saying?
Before we leave, he made a statement. Let's confirm it on camera that he has all the pink sheets of the election.
2020, returning officer declare elections. You put a pink sheet where or see pink sheet in our original kwaji. You say you talk about Techiman. You jinana will declare results. What's now a returning officer? And Brandon Chester won't kwan or to declare results. No. NDC pushed and pushed. Move video they see Techiman South. After that, the NDC worked to petition the Electoral Commission. The same Jane Mensah. And I'm catching Jane Mensah said, this is what has happened. A whole a returning officer declared an election without pink sheet. We don't even have the reference document. So, should it stand? Jane Mensah extra letter responded NDC for in 2020. Catchrom say yes. Say ye tuaba. Na say ye kan abano. Na say returning officer declare abana. Sana mrane chire. Inti abano whoever he would declare for no. Bibian to Mrs. Sano. The only place that can change that is the court. So when NDC petitioned Electoral Commission, and this was the petition, and this was the response from Jane Mensah. I'm not going to read the whole response, but the part that she stated, I want the response to say, 13 or see, recollation can be done at all levels when requested before the declaration of results. However, once election results have been declared, a dissatisfied party cannot request for a recollation or recount of the result. This is Jane Mensah's statement to the NDC. Into when a Jane Mensah Jina Soka say, recollation there, baby, I no any the same day na ye kan abano. Ye kan abano na won peneswa. Saturday na me engina so ne kan ansa they declare. The moment they declare abano, nobody can recollate again. CI 127 is stating emphatically, and that was the reference point of Jane Mensah. Inti Okacha NDC for said Techima South. The movie video ma ye both wodi nyina no. Or see as far as say a returning officer no it declare no it is done. It is finished. The only thing that can happen to that declaration, Sebio ebetimaka say enya legitimate no, is to go to court. Into everywhere in 2022, you declare about ama NDC no by a returning officer no. Clearly, it is done. Into anybody who does recollation again, whether EC or whoever, is a criminal. We need to kill that person because that person wants chaos in Ghana. Mamenchiro, why the Mensa is dangerous. On say and the J Mensa Ekasan. Let me show you a typical thing, dangerous thing about J Mensa. Oh, me one example. Here Techiman South video no. Oh, circumstances surrounding a sad declaration I Mensa Jitum no. Oh, Techiman South. Time I omu declare results. Won't they see what I hear? Upon all these things that J-Mensa who are booked for, J-Mensa said it was legit. She did not have a problem. She did not complain, say any of his returning officers were under pressure. You are first kind or see upon your who you know, or see no problem. NPP winning 2020. Oh, Osha list way more. I'm going to give you one example when we say J-Mensa or bottom or a boa. One Obuasi East. Or see Obuasi East declaration. No? So we tie and then the press conference or say, oh, no, Obi kuta sekain ejina returning officer nechi. Obi kuta ekuma. Muntie J-Mensa. This is J-Mensa's statement.
In Obuasi East, the Collation Center was attacked by party supporters and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful and the commission would not uphold it.
Or see Obuasi West, electoral officer no, na obikuta axe, obikuta kuma janechi, ekuta sekanya, oma ready say omu betutwana, and omu peja and nsa by force say obi wini. This is the statement from J-Mensa. It was Obuasi West declaration wrong. Momi yanko Obuasi West nyanko he declaration si bi omu no. Se no obikuta aso ejina. This is Obuasi West declaration. Obuasi East. Obuasi East.
In Obuasi East.
He and a easy returning officer ubikuta sekan jina de chi. J-Mensa say adikudienti Obuasi West, Obuasi East. Oma NDC abranche ni wili ni say or no catch Ghana for sana ubikute kuma. This is the statement of J-Mensa. Munti asmo kae. J-Mensa.
In Obuasi East, the Collation Center was attacked by party supporters and the returning officer was threatened with an axe. His hands were lifted up, and he was asked to declare a winner when that was not what was reflected on the results collation form. Again, that process was not lawful, and the commission would not uphold it.
This woman is a fucking liar. A target, no matter target NDC seats, no winning. They want to turn the 2/3. Mabo Obuasi East declaration actually. After even the declaration, the EC official made sure say the NDC candidate actually signed. This is the this. So where was the chaos? Ekumana na way. When are they asked by? Your returning officer actually sat on the table with a gentleman or Obuasi NDC candidate. You know, Obuasi East. He signed on the document. You saw your returning officer Opejan and Sa Obubo result. When they are attacking, this woman saw Obuasi East want to me and call it Emma NDC. Obuasi East for me Kanyan Kupon, me Obuasi ni. More from a year. STC, my friend say a year from a year. Your friend say, Wawasi, all the way to the end of Obuasi East. Obia the Adakasi was very recollection. Mumbunukuno. Me say Obia ba Obuasi East. Say Waba Obuasi East say, or your police, or your soldier, or your EC, or by your recollection. Mumbu munkuomo. It is not allowed. Enyambra. Monfa weapons in Guan. You people should not allow that. And nobody can go to Obuasi West and do declaration. Nobody can come to Obuasi East with any box. And I trust my people, and I know my people will do it. And I'm an Obuasi boy. Memma Obia and Jimo to me from You people basically voted for this gentleman. Yetiha. And Akuffo Addo. Bawumia mkasa police for election police for soldier for account. Yet Yano Obuasi East soldier for ekobo obi or preventing soldier for from going to the police station. We were here and you soldier for on camera beat Sasamne Yanken we na sa soldier for this aboneno. We will make sure Saban and Chumaswa Obuasi for Bechumasu Murim. Samu soldier for Namogadi Chema won't to me as Obuasi. Election day mubu NDC agent no me say Aban and Chumaswa Yebechumasu Muremuho. Moma meba be famufunu. Because I'm maybe a double CBI any 2 year. Or Bosia maybe a double BI 2 year. We can give you a map of Anglo Gold Ashanti baby or Nani Gold. We can give you a map. In 2 years, so you need now protect this chairman won't me as or Bosia. Also, tell us about your Boasi Kudim. You be cool to watch me. I am sending a warning to these regions. Ashanti from Ochina on Bayas Adiano and Yamin. NDC security, do not fool the people. Ghana Fuenia Brio. Recollation be illegal. And Ghana Nibia have the right to attack any recollation center. No recollation in Ghana again. All the results that have been called are the legitimate results per the C127 by the EC. I did not say it. J Mensa and a chair clearly in 2020 said, this is the law, and the law is the law, and we cannot flout the law. Yeah, Ghana for, yeah, Boasi for. Yeah, Ghana for PC Bebum Brasso. Jemensa Kacha say, it is only, however, once election results have been declared, a dissatisfied party cannot request for recollation or recount of the results. Is emphatic. Inti wa utiemi awo NDC ni bia se do Ghana ni awotoma NDC MP bia no. It is illegal. Say easy ba any place say or ba be recollation illegal. Mo aseda mo hwengu omo so. Mo mboa mo ho mo fa butu ongu on twen omo. Omo ye criminals. No coalition in Ghana again. So be Perry coalition on court. Remember, after Omuye Sadia na Ghana for say MPP for na said ye kosu de enye. Moshe de si o Techiman South. Macmenu oye de Macmenu ono na edi MPP election anim dia no koka no team. So this is what Macmenu said. Ye busa say na ye bon kofo and as say no ye botuo NDC for busa ye busa no question team say nti ono ohun ni sen o say sir operi coalition now go to court. Macmenu na catch the Ghana for kwasiafo impenifo mwa we na mudi omochi.
So, but I think you are explaining. Relevant. No, you are explaining. It's relevant, very relevant.
What is the relevance?
It's very. You may deem it's not relevant, but I think it's very relevant.
All right.
Now, the question I ask: do you have the collation sheet? The NDC says, where is it? Because without that, you can't make a declaration.
Let me tell you that if NDC wants to see collation, they made a press conference and came out with an Excel sheet and bundled some red sheets, whether they are pink sheets or what. That these are all our pink sheets, as a lawyer rightly said, that you need a primary document. If they have that, let them go to court. Why are they going to worry electoral commission? We have ours, and we will meet them in court.
You dispute their figures, and you dispute their claims.
Yes, their claims. Yes.
So you held the press.
Their claims.
You held the press conference.
Yes.
Why don't you want to finish the subject matter by showing us your collation sheets? Which is the bone of contention.
I opened myself to the public and the media if anybody had asked that question. Because at the press conference, I invited our executives from Techiman to be with me. They came. In fact, the IT coordinator, he showed all the tapes, the video and everything. Not me. I was not there. So it's a collective teamwork that we did. So something, at the press conference, everybody had the opportunity to ask questions. And I had my team, my parliamentary candidate, his team of executives and election officials from MPP in Techiman. They would have answered all this.
Since you wanted to terminate that discussion and put them to shame that they were wrong, and the central issue is that they say there couldn't have been a declaration because there's no collation. Why didn't you show that piece of evidence, if you have it?
Which piece of evidence?
The collation.
The collation, what is the source of collation? The source of collation is the pink sheet.
Correct.
It is added together and you get the summary or the total. And we have all. We showed it. We opened a few to them and we gave the totals.
That is the nonsense you heard in 2020. Halitosis said kankain or the purpose of the question. A poor sounds like enemy. Foolish man. Onum kankain so free. Or to one on the NPP for Konaive and Omokacha say, oh, say NDC for per recollation because in Branich say, so when to man contested collation or collation center at the moment they were collating. Now say you're collating ya kase obia winia. The only place you can seek redress is a court. Adentin and the Kwasiaba we have to catch Ghana for say we have to do recollation. Why? Why should we do recollation? Na Ghana mrane AMPP dia. If the EC decides to do recollation, burn the facility down. If you're a young man and the Ghana Akuffo will because of these elections, people have been shot because they wanted to protect their ballot. Kwasiafo Jemensa oba bema oba abuofunu oba we on in America ha. Last within the picture chere oba kwasiampenyi we in America boy we. On in America ha obiambo di trimutu adentra otikura emraye juma. In America, they will not flout the law. They will not make sure the law goes against some people and benefits some people. Oba boy we to Chrome kwasiya he's enjoying life. This your son. This your son. This foolish boy is here. Kwasia, because of you, dirty woman, you kunipa 8, yasa kunipa 4. Fin, obanye, obawe, obagana, exclusive cast. Last week, and now we are part of fear. Uje mensa, Kwasia, you just want to just destroy the peace you are enjoying. All because Kwasia per se or nullify NDC for majority in parliament. This is your son. And people know him in Ghana. And you have other family members. And this your son is walking on the street of Ghana telling girls to say, nobody can touch her. She will rig the elections for the MPP. What but damn? You Jemensa, you are crazy. The law is the law. And nobody, Mama can be in Ghana for. First and 2 Sebi, yen 2 Sebi BM, 7 Edia Bedruha, 17 Nipa 8 2020, 17 Bime Wunde, yen 2 Sebi BM, wa was your Kuya Ma bottom, na MPP no Ghana na yomodia, J Mensa na Ghana nedia. And I'm going to send this out. If you're a young man, you voted to elect your leader or your member of parliament. Wa winimse mo kanyabano eyi NDC nisi we wini. Anybody who comes to any constituency, Obekacha will say, Electoral Commission say, recollation or a criminal. You people have to monitor every collation center in your region. These regions are, deliberate. There is no law backing what they want to do. It is illegal. I will not sit there for anybody to use any bad law to destroy my nation. Because from what we know and from the CI 127, it is illegal to do recollation. Anybody, and if the IGP or sanctions the police in Libya and the Ghana military says soldier Libya and DHR, we are criminal, we will kill you. The mob, the people will come after you because you are going to involve yourself in an illegality. They want to take this seat, and these seats have all been declared. Mr. Damango, I don't know for Damango and Shadi. Where is Damango? Abujina Post Damango. Where is Damango? We saw what happened in Damango. I can let my team pull the video of what happened in Damango. Anna Damangonia. Why don't we have Damango in this? And the question I want to ask the Eastern and say, it's a simple question. On say and the Electoral Commission a press conference. Electoral Commission a press conference. What conducted elections? I conducted presidential elections. I conducted parliamentary elections. The 40,000 polling stations in Ghana, nobody had an issue with the presidential elections. You have issues with 9 constituencies when it comes to the parliamentary elections. These are 2 different elections. Why do you think say Mensa enka presidential election? Ya to aba on the 7th. And the dates on the 19th. Almost 14 days on Tumi Mamo presidential result. Because the presidential result does not affect the parliamentary. Ask yourself why. That is why our press conference are on taking questions. Bawumia recorded 38% in this year's elections. They know. Mahama actually moved 2.1 million votes. They know. Now we are electoral commission. We are commissioner. Kwasi yawe Jimmy Kurano. O person di pane trust. What conducted presidential, conducted parliamentary. 9 constituencies also there's a problem. Now presidential, nobody has contested presidential numbers. Why don't we have the final figure? Why don't we have the final figure? Because or releasing final figure of presidential, it will show you, it will give you a clear understanding or a clear idea of how the parliamentary went. That is why they are holding on to the presidential results. Because who has contested the presidential saying no? So why is she not bringing out the presidential results? Why? It is because John Mahama actually John Mahama crossed 57. John Mahama Bawumia only made 38%. John Mahama made over 2.1 million votes more than Bawumia. And the reason why they are not releasing the presidential results is because they have seen the figure, and when they show us that figure, it will reflect in the parliamentary. That is why they are holding on to the presidential, and it is illegal. In the history of Ghana, on the 7th, on the 19th, you need presidential results. Now, democracy will be papadia. The democracy we are enjoying in Ghana, does it belong to one person? Is it supposed to be controlled by Akuffo and these foolish twebs? No. We are all supposed to be part of the democracy. We pay them. So why do you sit there and tell me I don't respect J Mensa? Because from this behavior, this action, it can destroy the democracy of this nation. John Mahama led Bawumia 2.1 million votes flat. I know. Bawumia did not cross 38%. They know. They can't do anything about it. And they don't want to release the number because release the presidential now it will reflect in the parliamentary. And anything that they want to hold on to presidential, what is stopping J Mensa? And anything a press conference on taking questions. Or we are no Johnny. Or your press conference we are because what Fred the whole Ghana. You are the final returning officer. You are to baby. 2 weeks. Ultimately, my final figure of the presidential. Let's say the parliamentary has issues. What about the presidential? Akuffo la catch and some man in presidential and say, why are they integrated to East Boniana? Because people can die through this. This kind of attitude can destroy Ghanaians. The German say you know a bit about destroy democracy. And I'm catch them say we are not out of the woods yet. Akuffo still want the chaos. Mameka Bibincho. If we allow as Ghanaians, not German say coalition or any constituency, the democracy will destroy. Because you know what? The people who won will not agree. And they're going to get on the street. And people are going to react. Let the laws work. And the law says clearly or states clearly. See, 127 says, when declaration is made, it's final. The only place that you can go and seek redress is the court. Finito, finata. Why is this foolish bleach thing working in Ghana now? Almost say mukuro no mamo. Na moshe. The young people of Ghana, mamum jamu, we bokele James and say mukuro mano. Nebati America. James and nebati America. And all school papa. You tialika $10,000 a month. Nebati America ne mo say shenu. And on not Ghana na Mumbai. You bo mutu. This is a simple thing. Into your penny now, shame. Now, because I can tell them I deserve to insult these people. They deserve it because of Jimmy. For Sir Obawe with Jimmy. And selfish interest in Ghana's democracy from 2016. Sir Gerway from 2020. Gerway I say democracy na bedu hande. You do a point where we have all come together peacefully. Yet to aba obi ambo nyonko. Kwasi aba na my results are and also than tokwa. Why should I be saying please here? Why should I be using catchers? Why? It is my democracy I'm fighting for. Ghana for the youth of this nation. Especially the NDC grassroots. Prepare yourselves. They are going to bring the police. They are going to bring the military. They are all illegal. They are criminals. Everywhere they try to do recollation, you have to treat them like criminals. Some have to die. No collation should happen in Ghana. No collation must happen in Ghana. All the results, at least Macho Obuasi Atra Jemen Secha. Obuasi East, ye declare results peacefully. Osinobi Kutekuma. Metihei Menwe Kumebia. We are all here and we saw the declaration. Unwe Kuma. So Argentina, the returning officer for Ghana's elections. Ultimately, TV Zuka say Obuas no be could take kumajina returning officer nechi. You're on TV. My mention of the see 2020 Savalugu elections no parliamentary declaration. Where the see 2020. And so Nina Jemensa jitu say project 2020 Savalugu under Jemensa. Jemensa said she didn't see anything wrong with it. This is Jemensa 2020 Savalugu here domo.
Get penny. He's not the one you correct.
It's finished. The one you started giving is finished.
It's finished.
We have to finish. You have been able to.
John, had 17,580, and Alasa Umar had 14,631, and then we have the total valid ballot 32,211, and then rejected 774, and then total vote cast 32,985. Your power invest in me. Mr. John Jabal Dinam. The fact that you have had 17,580, you have declared as the winner of the Zabzo constituency, the parliamentary seat. You are declared as the winner.
2020. MPP before control number the man. Ubia Dana Joroni, the man is a kind declare results. J Mensa did not see anything wrong with this. Sablugu for Adano and an MPP for chairman for control results man. Chairman and a throw you. Party MPP party chairman a throw you not Timano or T declare. Kwasiabati is was a mimi so bada. It Kwasiaba we be say Ghana democracy metia. Menye please. Upe please every me ho. Sablugu 2020, Jemensa ji way to mu, otitum. Kwasiaba, obati America, Charles Mensa. Onenam Akroma di jantrafo. Onam Accra chichi cars, di girls catch up some mama de, obi antumi nya no hwe. Kwasiaba, obi ba yekuno. Sablugu 2020, NPP chairman for any cultural results, the man, electoral commissioner, officer say, on declare Jemensa say it is true. As far as say, a year returning officer declare kwade, uji tumu, okache NDC for some court, abuofunu. This is a war against the Electoral Commission. This is a war against J Mensa and the EC. This is a war to protect our democracy. And I'm sending this message. And especially, mo TikTok for Nkwasiafoni bina, mo de muncha de papa, de bi Nkwasi ade na mbese mutwa de jisika no. I am sending this message to mo ahemfona mo Ghana, the National House of Chiefs. All these things happening, you are seeing it. Before election 2020, the chief imam of Ghana released a statement and spoke to every young Ghanaian, especially people from the Zongos, that nobody should be chaotic. We should all be peaceful. We should try and make sure we don't involve ourselves in chaos. The chief imam was emphatic. We needed a peaceful election. Yakoto abewie. Mo ahemfo no nyina mo tete Ghana. Mo aso for Peace Council, Christian Council. Mo yeye musu to fini de nam Ghana kurum. Me hu mo Pentecost de makwa eye President Mahama. Ene de for mo de mo fa mo jimi ntina Ghana. Na mama J Mensa Kwasiaba we nya de emra na da ho no. Nobody should call NDC to table. The law is clear. You declare bi e kire court. Inti no church, no elder. Ye pe Kwasi obebie na no se me your hene. And that the EC ye no momeyamwana democracy. Ye bo timutu abuofunu. Ye the Ghana mra na ye adwuma C127. That is the law. If you want to do that, go to court. The Obuasi East seat, a NDC tia, and I believe my people in Obuasi East, do I bear man uncle? Me say, Dome, sa sa situe. Kwabenya, sa situe. Come out. Sa Dome Kwabenya seat, NDC tia, no recollation. Sa seat Okaikwe Central NDC dia Insawadu Ajiri no recollation NDC dia Anodon pre Kwasi ya beto aba hwasema na otete Ghana ka Anodon pre Kwasi ampeyi ya beto aba 2020. This was the nonsense he was saying. Today he's fighting for his seat.
Tension be any group. You see, so kwa about to no be wia once that's so die. Or we can see na Joma be very no and that's so die. John Mahama was one of the finest politicians. So what do we need the Amanyo Semochi? He was one of the finest. From the days as a minister, deputy minister, as an MP, Okasana Hotipa, and if you're Nikasano, because I want to Dintia. On says a funu one out no kika. They say a 10-year no di. It's a clear indication. So very and he's going to lose.
These are the stupid people you allowed into our parliament. And the opposite or the bugaji seat in Sawem Addo NDC we need seat no. Yeah, free court S7 or court also one J. Kwasia on said to me, yeah, the Nyansan guarded to me. A dirty riffraff like this. Near man kwana kotena parliament who fee on him on J. Stupid guy about to not more or didn't call for them. You are talking about John Mahama. You see today you are even struggling to hold on to a simple parliamentary seat. Because what is some way I'm not to John Mahama. What John Mahama has seen in politics in 97 and kamo hubia kamunina and kamo life are better. Because our politics is so cheap. Because we see every fool be any money to me. In Sawam seat in the NDC winning. And you saw a bearman on beka in Sawam some bekan recall, a betrajatum, Yabeku, who police in your BDHD, who so your BDHD. The young men, we will gather them to come after you. Yeah, because what the Tanaga can tell us say, Emranti and Coco, Oman Kwa Grudebe say. Say Emranti no more Ghana, no Oman Bogana ho baya, because Embra and the Bogana ho buying. So be so boom braso, I was say in Mebruno ebo a Ghana ho buying, on the bomb brano ho buying, into their bra, because I can tell inside youth that youth will protect Ghana. Every person who goes out there to fight against anybody who tries to recollate, the person is fighting for Ghana because the laws of the land says clearly in Article 127 C127 easy Sambra say it is only court. Then na bano say recollation you cannot go and say you are going to do recollation. So the young people on the street, you need to fight for democracy. Right now, the EC official Bia or Beba region or constituency or recollation or a criminal. Treat them as a criminal. Ka omutim kejatum a diam bekan womb ban that place. Obia or Kahubia or a member or a criminal. The law is against it. Mami reading Mran show. Now let me show you something here. Sometimes no or see a kind not what say Imrana say. This is C127. Is Imrandi Mami Jujo Moa. Zabzugu video na me bochire mo no. Do Zablugu oni nyina pe Zabzugu. Public Election Regulation 2020 regulation we CI 127 edaho eyemra kwasia bi bebusu say ekwa recollation. Any electoral officer be obeje penis obeba constitution mun kunu ntontwene mun body timu to abuofunu ubetia Ghana mraso. Who has the power to go against the laws of the land? Obia ntumi ntia Ghana mraso ye be protect Ghana mrano. Yes. Obi obes or recollation biano or co against the Ghana mrano. We are not going to allow anybody. No recollation. Open recollation ko court. Now, let me read it to you. Results of elections. 39. 1. The presiding officer shall, immediately after the close of the poll, in the presence of the candidates or the representatives of the candidates and counting agents, A. Open each ballot box and take out all the ballot papers in the box. 2. Or B. Sort out the ballot papers into valid ballot papers and rejected ballot papers in accordance with Regulation 40 or 40. C. Proceed to count the ballot papers at the polling stations. D. Record the total number of votes cast in favor of each candidate. And E. Record the total number of rejected ballots. Now, now 2. This is what it says. The presiding officer, the candidates or their representatives and the counting agent shall then sign a declaration as set out in Form 8A and Form 8B of the scheduling stating of the schedule stating A. The name of the polling station. B. The total number of persons entitled to vote at that polling station. C. The number of votes cast in favor of each candidate and the total number of rejected ballots. The presiding officer shall A. Then announce the results of the voting at the polling station. At the polling station before communicating the results to the returning officer. B. Give each candidate or the representative of each candidate or the counting agent a copy of the declaration of results. And C. Post the result at the polling station. Now 4A. 4 says a candidate or a representative of a candidate or a counting agent may, if present, when the counting of the ballot is completed, request the presiding officer to A. recount the ballot. B. and again recount the ballot for a second time. 5. The presiding officer may refuse to comply with the request to recount the ballot for a second time if, in the opinion of the presiding officer, the request is unreasonable and shall report the matter to the returning officer, who shall recount the ballot for that polling station only at the constituency collation center. It is clear what show steps, what show what has to be done, what show the law, what show the rule. Why are you people telling us to go do recollation? Because Jemensa or such a terrible, foolishly idiot. Yes, so Jemensa so best say democracy, a plan. They want to do that. They want to limit NDC for to thirds now moving. That is the plan. Our person use police for criminals. We are supposed to stick together. Let us fight these people. Right now, you say you say Adwene Boni wo mutrim Captain Koda Samia Wukumo omo gada omo tax no mo wurem na mo police ntade any soja ntade. Anybody who comes to a police collation center, any constituency, so or a police no soja no a criminal. Anybody or say easy atade so or easy official or a criminal, treat them as criminals. They are going against the laws of the land. Yemrano C-127 is clear. They declared this Obuasi East. That guy, Abuaje, is the parliamentary candidate elect for Obuasi East. In Sawem, Domiko Abenya, all those people who were declared, they represent the people. That's it. The 9th parliament will see NDC candidate or Domiko Abenya. The next the 9th parliament will see Obuasi East NDC candidate as their rep, because that is what the law says. Anytime I catch him, it is time to speak, and you have to speak now. It is time for the National House of Chiefs to speak. The respective so-called speak and sanatija, because nobody is going to allow this to happen. Never. The EC can go to court. As we speak, the EC is in court with the NDC. Why is it going ahead to do recollation? As we speak, in Sawa Dream, the NDC went to court because the NDC knows that it is only court that this can be solved. Why is the EC not going to court? Why is the EC sitting there and making her own rules? And the most important thing is, why has Jane Mensah's Electoral Commission refused to give us the presidential results? Why have they? Adentina Jane Mensah person made a presidential result because she is the only returning officer for the presidential elections. When it comes to the presidential elections, Jane Mensah is a returning officer. No EC official has the right to declare presidential result. It is only Jane Mensah or no the returning officer. So she wants to tell me, say, after 12 days or 14 days of elections, she still does not have the presidential results. What do you say, moi? Jane Mensah unam krobe boat mutu. Oya kwasia, momo Jimmy. Your boss man asale kwasia, Jimmy. The democracy now more say democracy no. All because tortoise. Sa tortoise way, Akuffo the Jimmy way to Jubilee House. Catch him so on tiasie. Who the fuck is Akuffo? Who the fuck is this attitude here? Who the fuck is Bawumia? Who the fuck is the MPP? Ghana is what we need to protect. Na kwasi aba say na penti na nima betra kan kwasi asem na yeti Ghana soso na san kwasi so betuma bi okodivo mo ku ato atwene obetuma san kwasi mo bi o e wo Benin obetuma e wo Cameroon mo ku ato atwene dada kwasi na ekuro papa dia boss masari no nam de ekuro ma dia easy Jane Mensah ono ne ba Charles Mensah na what time na ko to America na ye man $10,000 a month manage no Jane Mensah kwasi etuotu ade baka ho ade na mo jimi sa or the Nebako Tabruche and the bad Dijantra for which or not Ghana, determine say, or see you Ghana for because I was say NDC for vote or Jifro Munsem. We am Quasia Fuana. Mujimiana, Nagana Biche will be election way, Mammy way, I election bear 2 times for Ghana, Nini Peu. Yen who answer say we were Quasia. Yen to me, which yen answer say a mine in Penifogu Ghana. Lawyer Sakesie, not what the TV so defend the idea with the law is clear. You don't need to have a law degree to understand this clean-cut English, that it is only the courts that can decide. So why are we here for this dirty woman to come and tell us, say, oh, no, about a collation? Who born dog? It's a filthy thing. Because democracy, among begins so much. I am sending this out. The young people of Ghana, NDC, parliamentary candidate, John Mahama, it is time for you all to become soldiers. It is time for you all to become protectors of the democracy. CI 127 says it is only the court that can overturn any declaration. Anybody who tries to do any recollation is a criminal, and that person is going against the laws of the land. They need to be shot. They need to be attacked. When people want to follow the law, we need to protect them to follow the law. Anybody who follows an EC official, any police officer, any military person who follows anyone to a collation center that they are going to recollate is a criminal and needs to be treated like a criminal. This is straightforward. We are not against the law. We are protecting the law. This is the announcement. Citizens, make sure you protect your democracy. The young people of Ghana, Moto Abama, John Mahama, and the MPs, do not, nowhere